You know that feeling when you join a trade and 5 minutes later the market slaps you and walks the other way? Yes, my friends, I have been there. I used to trade like a headless chicken, I should say, until I understood what RSI was actually trying to tell me. So today I'm going to break down the RSI strategy I use in my real trades. No hype, no indicators, circus, just a clean, confident plan, like a man who knows where his money is going. So my friends, let me tell you what is RSI. RSI means relative strength index. Now remember, it is like your car's fuel gauge. You don't need to be a mechanic to understand when the tank's empty or full, right? Now RSI does the same. Understand it. Understand this example of the car fuel gauge and RSI, relative strength index, fuel gauge of the market, which tells us what? It has several numbers. Above 80 means fuel tank is full. Buyers may be exhausted, or maybe the bullish trend is just over. And below 20 means the tank is empty. Sellers might be done. Maybe the bearish trend is about to over. But don't just slam the brakes, okay? We need more than just a red light to stop. That's where strategy kicks in. If you see, there is no RSI on my chart, so this is a completely necked chart. Now in order to find out that where this market is actually standing, are the higher time frames selling, buying, is it overbought, is it oversold? How do we find it? We insert the RSI indicator. So you can find it on the MetaTrader 5 on under the insert menu, then indicators, then oscillators, and then you can click on the relative strength index. And when you launch it, it should look as this. This is a fuel gauge of the market. It tells us how much fuel is left. And you see, it has different levels starting from 0 till 100. So let me show you now how RSI actually works. This is a very simple tool, not with fear, with hope, but obviously with purpose. So step number 1 is I find a strong zone like a support or a resistance. How do I do it? Let me show you. So the first step is, here is my key level on this particular chart, the highest points. Now if you have problem understanding the support and the resistance concept, or you don't know how to draw support and resistance, or you want to know how I draw support and the resistance levels, you can click on the video in the iCard above. It will take you straight to that video. So a key level, this is my step number 1. Similarly, I will find my support. This is again my key level on this particular chart. Very simple it is. This is my key support. The second step is I drop a Fibonacci retracement. Oh, I love that 61.8% retracement as this. I see if price is near any of the Fibonacci numbers or the support and the resistance levels, just like in this particular case. So yes, we say this is a level of support. If I highlight it, it will look something as this. The step number 3, and that is I check RSI. If it is screaming 80 or 20, I don't rush. So right here, my 61.8% retracement was right here, and price touched the level below 20. So it took a bounce from this particular level. Now remember, if we have no RSI, this trade setup will have very less chances of being taken. Why? Because even if I was going to look at this particular trade, I would be looking for 61.8% retracement. But see, RSI, it cleared my confusion. Imagine you are driving and you see a red light. Do you just speed through it because you are in a hurry? No, right? Same in trading. You wait. So step number 4 is wait for a signal. It can be a candle and an engulfing or a pin bar. In this particular case, this was a head and shoulder pattern. If you see, you can clearly understand it. Let me show you. See. But without the help of RSI, I'm sure it would be very hard to trade. Now step number 5 is I look for a pin bar or an engulfing candle or a head and shoulder pattern. Only then, once I validate all of these things, then I can place my trade as a trader. Calmly, peacefully, with a stop loss and with clear targets. Trading should feel like setting a mouse trap, not chasing the mouse. Okay, my friends? Now here comes in the RSI divergence. When price lies and RSI tells the truth. Here is a trick I love: RSI divergence. Imagine someone saying, "I'm fine," and he has tears in his eyes. The words say one thing, the face say another. So that's divergence. Bearish divergence. Price is rising, RSI says, "I'm done, bro." Bullish divergence. "I'm done, bro." This is bearish divergence. Now bullish divergence. Price is falling, RSI says, "Nah, not anymore." So that is bullish divergence. Bearish divergence will give us sell trades. Bullish divergence will give us buy trades. You see it, you wait for a candle and you strike. Okay, you don't force it. You observe like a hunter in the forest, I should say. Quiet, focused, deadly, accurate. Let me tell you what not to do, because I did it all myself. I once saw RSI at 20 and entered immediately. No zone, no structure. And guess what happened? It dropped another 100 pips. It's like trying to catch a falling knife just because someone said it's cheap. Very crazy, right? I use RSI on the 1 minute chart. Bro, that's not trading, okay? That's panic with candle. Don't use RSI blindly. Use it with structure, price action, and your brain plugged in, right? So whenever price hits my 61.8% retracement zone, RSI is at level 82 or above 80, bearish engulfing candle says, "Let's go." I didn't overthink. I don't overthink in such situations. Stop loss above the wick, take profit at the support. This much simple it is. And it will hit target. If it is a position trade for 2 days, it can be maybe negative, maybe in less profits. But in 2-3 days, it should give you profit. Depends on your time frame. So when I get the profit, I don't scream, I don't dance. I just whisper in my heart that Alhamdulillah, this is my trade. So that's what trading should feel like: calm, intentional, and mainly. So if this video helped you, leave a like. If you want more honest breakdowns, subscribe. I don't sell dreams, okay? I teach clean habits. In the next video, I'll show you how RSI works, how people uses it, and how to avoid signals that trap 90% of new traders. How to trade with the RSI. So until then, may Allah protect your capital and your patience. Take care, trade safe.